Jeneva Patterson is joining us again today. She and I had a conversation about adaptive leadership, and we wanted to share with you just one or two of the fundamental elements of the adaptive leadership framework that Ron Heifetz developed. So today we're going to look at dancing on the edge. So we've looked at dance floor and balcony. So dancing on the edge is what we're going to look at this morning. So Jeneva, dancing on the edge, tell us about it.
Oftentimes, when we're called leaders or when we occupy a formal role, we have expectations placed on us, right? So a CEO, a president, the head of a family, and the expectations that people bring with them that are projected then onto the formal authority figure, that's a lot of pressure, and that can take, it can feel pressured because of what we know we need to do to satisfy the expectations of the people who are relying on us. Sometimes in adaptive leadership, what people need in order to grow and evolve, what that organization needs, for example, may not be what the formal position is requiring. So in other words, if you go to the doctor, Matthew, and you have an issue and the doctor says, you know, Matthew, I can operate on you and my formal authority, my education, I'm going to take care of you. But in fact, your adaptive challenge is that you have to stop this behavior. You have to stop relying on whatever it is that you're doing that has caused you to seek that formal authority, that operation in the first place. Right. So the doctor actually might even be disappointing you and calling out a behavior that you know you need to change, but actually you just want the quick fix. Doctor, do your job. I'm going to be okay that way. And then I can survive and go back to living my life and indulge in my bad habit, whatever that is. So in this case, the doctor, who's the formal authority, has to give you a hard message, right? Has to dance on the edge of satisfying you as a customer, a paying client, but also disappoint you and maybe, quote unquote, get into trouble, or maybe you'll take your business elsewhere because the doctor says, you know, Matthew, it's this really bad habit that you indulge in that causes you to come to me in the first place. That's to change. And that's the adaptive work for you, the patient, but it's also the adaptive work of the CEO. You know, we've got to change our business model and it's really hard. And I know I'm disappointing you, but we have to, in the case of COVID, we have to lay off 2,000-3,000 people to survive. And that takes adaptive work and that takes a lot of painful change. And so naturally, the people in the organization say, hey, we didn't hire you for that, right? That's really painful. We're going to have to find someone else to tell us what we want to hear because then we feel safe. And so the adaptive challenge is really about getting up against, dancing on the edge. Look at the guy, right? The guy in your drawing, dancing on the edge of that authority and wanting to help people feel good about what they're doing. But at the same time saying, you know, Matthew, if you don't change this habit, something really bad is going to happen. And that's a tough place to be as a leader, right? Where is the line between satisfying people's needs and then disappointing them at the same time for an adaptive challenge to take place?
Great. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. So
Thank you.
Number 2 of the 5 we're going to look at. So onward and upward. But thanks very much indeed, Jeneva.
You're very welcome. Speak soon.
Bye.